I welcome, beloveds, all of you to this meeting. Thank you for joining today. No, thank you. I feel that as we are sitting together right now, mm, it is not a guiding or meditation guiding happening right now. We are just nicely, joyfully, peacefully sitting. No, we can allow ourselves to kind of relax here more. Not in the sense of sleeping, not in the sense of going in a certain state, a spiritual state, but more like allowing ourselves to feel more holistic and connected so that we can see more clearly, so that we can feel more clearly within ourselves, so that we can maybe think more clearly also. That in a fundamental, like we can have a fundamental outlook or overview towards our life, no? Like what feelings to attend today, right now, only right now. What feelings to attend right now? What thoughts should I attend right now? It is not a thought. It is more of a fundamental outlook, no? That what should I attend today? Because if we don't think like this, what is going to happen is that we will randomly, habitually, unconsciously will attend them, no? And I feel this is a better version of attending thoughts and feelings, no? That let me spend time here today, right now, that which question I want to ask, for example. Not that I'm going to not ask a question, not that I have decided already that I will not say anything, I'll just quietly sit here, but more trying to experience our wholeness, like all inclusiveness in a way, no? Like more simply, like allowing yourself to be yourself, basically, that's what it means. Allowing yourself to be yourself beyond the definitions, beyond the experiences, beyond the divisions of spiritual and non-spiritual, no? Just allowing yourself to be more complete, that before I start doing the work, before I start getting engaged with anything here right in this satsang, let me just quietly sit and allow myself to observe. I think we can say this is like a contemplation, it's a guided contemplation, you can say like this, okay? So you just listen, eyes open, eyes closed, mind open, mind closed, like doesn't matter really. Everything is going to come together if you listen a little bit. Not that work on what I'm saying. The work is not necessary. Work is already what we are doing. This is something else. This is not the work. That we let us do some work now. Let us think about. Let us feel. Let us know. It's not about that. It's something kind of a new in a way. No, which might be new for you also. Maybe it is like not new in this world, but it is maybe new for you, or at least in this moment, maybe. No, like let's not try to do things. You know, let us not try to undo things also right now. You know, because if you notice, we are continuously either trying to do, meaning create, or undo, like remove, like let us remove ego, for example, which is a trying to undo, no? Removing the ego, for example. So no, not trying to remove the ego, not trying to create the presence or being or anything, but more let us actually see how we are right now. And obviously thoughts, feelings, and absolutely everything as it is has to be allowed the way it is. No? It has to be all-inclusive, loving outlook towards our own body-mind. No? This I can tell you that it may look very simple, what we are doing right now. It is going to be very rewarding if you walk with me a little bit. And there are possibilities that the resistance will be felt for it, like, oh, it's not, really, it's not something so great, no? Because we are not talking about the self, awakening, enlightenment, consciousness, awareness, witnessing. We are not talking about any of these things. We have put aside all of them now. We are not talking about word and nirvana also. We are talking about a holistic outlook in this moment. A all-inclusive outlook. And we are not even saying that see and don't feel. We are not saying that feel and don't see. No, see, feel, think, everything. Because you are only one, no? You are not many people. And just keeping all of this in the view. Keeping all of this in the view basically means that the view is, the things are already in the view anyway. It's just that we are busy, no? So we are not busy right now, that's all. Not trying to see thoughts more clearly than we are able to see right now. Not trying to feel the thoughts or body or mind more clearly than we are feeling right now. If you just listen to me and walk with me in this moment, I'm just trying to bring you to the clarity in a way, or like awareness, that how much we are engaged continuously. And this is the time not to be engaged, just sitting, enjoying together. No? And it has, as I said, it has a much higher purpose in the spiritual context. So don't try to color yourself, your way of seeing, meaning don't try to change your way of seeing. Don't try to change that which you are seeing. Don't try to feel things differently than you are feeling right now. Don't try to change those things which you are feeling also. And it cannot be done so easily. That's why I'm saying if we can walk together. Because it will, at some point, some of you may give up that no, it's not for me. I'll wait for some time. And when the real satsang begins, that time I will join. You may give up. It's okay. Your choice. But the real satsang is already happening. No? Beloved, this is the state of Buddha. No? This is the state of Buddha. Absolute, still aliveness. Not doing anything. Absolutely not doing anything. This is freedom from the changeful aspect. This is freedom of you. You, the changeless, has become free in this moment from the changeful, from the engagement with the changeful. No? But it is actually relatively much simpler than we are trying, no? Because in the name of even trying to be free, we are getting engaged more. No? This is actually true freedom. Like you have become so simple. Simple. I hope you are able to listen to me. Simple means not spatial in any way, neither spatial in the ego's way, worldly way, or the spiritual way. And like this, you have become so empty. You have become so free. Like you have become so subtle now. As you have become so empty, no, empty, like you have become so subtle now that the vibration of body, mind, and this word cannot catch you anymore. They cannot keep you in the imprisonment anymore. Within the body, mind, thoughts, feelings, and everything is here, and you are just free. Free means free to not move, free to just stay as you would stay in your natural state. How you will stay, how you will remain in your natural state. Check right now. This very moment you can know what is your true natural state. Don't think about it. Don't feel about it. Just write in this simple way. Because the freedom is something very different, beloved, than what we are experiencing in the name of freedom. We are just merely experiencing something from a certain state of our being. No. First, let us experience the true state of our being. This is our true state. This is the true state of our being, which feels in the beginning like a stillness. It only feels like a stillness. That as if I'm like a still spaciousness, I'm like a still aliveness, in which thoughts, feelings, mind, my life, and my sense that this is my life, sense that I am here, all of this is happening in this. So nicely, so much in harmony, like totally in balance. Everything is balanced. Like absolute effortlessness is here right now. No? You are this effortless being. And you have not rejected anything. You have not cut off anything. Do you see the beauty of truth? And slowly you will know that our true state is not really stillness. Anything which moves will require stillness at some point. And then afterward, it will again require movement. Our true state is neither moving nor still. No. You are the knower of movement. You are the experiencer of movement. But you are the knower and experiencer of stillness also. When you become still, not doing anything, are you not the knower of it? Are you not the experiencer of it? Yes, you are, no? So this is what you are truly, who is knower of being still. And who is knower of moving now. Okay, I'm not still anymore. I'm getting engaged, moving, doing. And this you, who is knower of stillness and movement both. Are you still or are you moving? No, you will say only I am, not that I am moving or I am still. I am. Beyond stillness, beyond movement. Enjoy the taste of your own being, beloved. Taste of your own being and true knowledge of yourself is same thing. When you are knowing yourself truly, you are tasting yourself truly also, no? It's same thing, no? Experience of yourself and knowing of yourself is same thing. It's not two things, no? And it produces such silent, intense peace and joy. Producing right now. And I just wonder right now, and you are invited to wonder with me, what you will do with this knowledge now, where you will keep it, where you will keep this, the true knowledge of yourself now. You will keep in those things, thoughts, feelings, in the energies, in the states of consciousness. You will keep them there. Then they will not just stay, no? Then this knowledge will not stay if you keep them there, because the states of consciousness is continuously changing. No? So you better keep it in the changeless. Better you keep the knowledge of the changeless in the changeless then, no? And you are that changeless or not? Even if it's not very clear to you, but you have suspicion that yes, I think I am the changeless. What I mean is, in simplicity, the knower of this knowledge that is changeless, because this knowledge is changeless also. This knowledge is also changeless, by the way. A strange thing to say, because anything cannot happen without change, without time, and this knowing is happening without change and without time. In a strange way, this is a very strange kind of knowledge. We think that, you know, true knowing of who we are, self-knowing is very standard in the same way. No, it's very, very different. It is radically different. Very, very nice to spend time with all of you like this. Thank you, beloved, for joining this guiding. If I ask you now, some of you are smiling, very deeply, from your heart, from your being. If I ask such a one, what have you gained that you are smiling, that you are happy? You won't be able to answer really. Because you have not gained anything actually. You have not attained anything. You have not lost also anything actually. What happened? What happened? You did not gain anything. You did not lose anything. No. You became free. This is what happened. Whenever you become free, you feel joy. No? Because freedom not only brings joy in this sense of experience, but also it brings a very clear sense of completion, that everything is complete now. Like there is no incompletion there, so there is no work required also. No? And in this awakening, slowly we get to see that the work that I was doing was like using a big wiper to put back the waves of the ocean and trying to color the, clouds a little bit and things like this, which were already happening perfectly. I was just feeling that something is incomplete there. There was nothing incomplete there. There was some sense of incompletion in the experiencer of them, which is removed now. And then everything is so perfect actually. Like even the ugliest thing, even the most, not ugly, but most imbalanced thing is so balanced, so beautiful, so perfectly imperfect. This statement that everything is so perfect, even if imperfect, cannot be understood, but it can be experienced directly in life. When there is no division or no incompletion left in the soul, no? When you are experiencing this simple completion in yourself, this simplicity of being. Do you have questions like who I am, what is my relation with the source, where is the source, where I am? Do you have anything like this? You don't actually. In fact, for some time there will not be even any sense of wonder even. Like it is so quiet, like so inviting and so absorbing. Like we get so absorbed in it. You yourself will laugh actually at your own questions and thinkings and discussions about spirituality. That what I was talking about, why I was talking about those things in that way. Like to whom I was trying to convince. No? As if even in the spirituality we are living in a self-hypnosis. You know, even in the spirituality, as if we are living in a self-hypnosis, continuously hypnotizing ourselves in different ways. No? Thank you, thank you. Anybody can talk to me if you feel. Because for me, this guiding where we came, this will continue for rest of this meeting now, and you are very invited to remain in that now for rest of the meeting. And this is our satsang basically, fundamentally. On top of it, any discussion can happen if anybody is not clear about something or want to share or like this. Madhvi, you wrote that, Namaste ji, can you please talk about mass of the being that we were talking this morning? Thank you. It was a very interesting, um, uh, concept of physics Madhvi shared with me today. That there are two inertia mentioned in the physics. One is the inertia of motion, and another is inertia of uh, rest. Inertia we can say state. In our context, we can call the state. No? So when somebody, let's say one person is right now in the inertia of rest, they need force to change that to the inertia of motion. No? And I felt I found it very interesting. What we call state of our present state of ourselves, no, is that inertia in a way, no. And there was one concept also she shared that the mass of that object or that being in this case is proportional to the amount of inertia present also. Like the more mass, the more inertia. No? Like the more healthy a person is, the more difficult it is to stand up and walk, no, or run, no. When once they set, they just set, no. I found it very relevant actually for our context. That's why I'm bringing it here. Like what happens is that when we have been living as a person in the body mind, we accumulate lot of weight as if we accumulate lot of weight of the being in the form of the memories and emotional, like mental and emotional emotions and many things. Like there's a lot of weight of it, and it becomes so difficult to change from this state to another state. Let's say a state of movement or flowing, for example, like this. And a force is needed for it. Force. How I understand this force is inspiration is needed. Inspiration is what brings force. No, when you the being feel inspired to do something, that is where you will have the force or energy to do something, no? To change from one state to another, no? I found it very interesting that from where the inspiration comes. This was the key point which I wanted to share with all of you. From where the inspiration comes to do anything. No? And I found there are fundamentally two ways only through which it comes in life. One is the most common, and that is through suffering, through pain, through disturbances. That is like a shock, like it kind of breaks the circle or the state in which we are living. That we feel it is like an attack, and that then the being that we are, who is living in that state, responds, and that response is the inspiration and the force created, out of which some change can happen now. No, depends on how much inspiration came for what also. No, so this is one common way that in our life I feel the inspiration happens, through which change happens. No, in ourself, in our state. But there is another way also, that is through wisdom, through understanding. Like the first way is that we are walking and we fall in a ditch. Then the inspiration comes to do something about our shoes, or that we become more wise for future. No? Versus somebody else watching you, and he is wise enough to see that I will not fall in this ditch now. No. So in him also the inspiration will, in him or her also the inspiration will come, meaning the force will come and will bring the change also, but through understanding this time. So either through wisdom or understanding, or through suffering or disturbance. No? This was the topic actually. I hope, Madhvi, I have covered this topic. I found it very, very relevant for us. Because if we don't bring that inspiration or change, like if we don't bring that inspiration to change ourselves, our life, through wisdom, and we are desiring that change to happen in our life, then obviously life will help us, no? But in the way of disturbance, then, no? Then we will have to experience some disturbance. Like this disturbance is like an interruption, like we are forced to stop. No, it is like we are forced to stop by some external factors, versus we can decide to stop. Just sitting or meditation or what we did just now is we decide to stop. No? This is the difference, or no? So thank you. Manu, I think Madhvi, you said that, yes. Thank you. Okay. Very, very nice. Thank you, Madhvi. Like, just to give, to more deeply understand this little bit or live this, that what we call our present state of body, mind, and everything together includes our interests, what we want to do today, where where we will feel interest and what we will not like, and all of that is part of that state actually. That's why our true state is something very different than our present state, no? Like this. So this present state is what is inertia of the being, no? In the moment. And we have to figure out how much weight it has and how much mass it has. And accordingly it will have that much power. And accordingly that much force is required to change it, no? And meaning that much inspiration is required. I think this is where this understanding of resistance to resonance fits in, that keep reducing the weight of the ego by removing the non-essential, no? And it will become easier and easier to transcend it or change to our true position from the false position, or true state from the false state also, no? Like this. Thank you. So Ines, you want to talk?
Hello, Rajee.
Hello, Ines.
I just want to connect, and
You look very shining and very, very, very beautiful, no?
because of you.
Like, literally some kind of light is coming out of you from inside. No? How wonderful it is. It's a magic actually when you are able to understand and turn towards yourself. No? It's a magic. Because in a way nothing changed. In a way everything. Like you tasted your freedom. Ah, so this is how it feels like when I'm free. Now it will be much easier to not fall in the traps of spiritual awakenings. There are many traps, what we call states. They look like more free than previous position, but they are not ultimate freedom yet. And there are many disadvantages or problems with with falling in these traps because you wanted to be actually free, and now your time and energy has been spent in trying to maintain your freedom because you thought that I'm investing in my freedom, and but you were actually investing in another subtler imprisonment. No? So this tasting your complete freedom will help you a lot because it has a very powerful impact, like a impression in your being. You will have that kind of comparison now when next time you will experience freedom or like this. It will become your wisdom so naturally. And you will not like to settle for anything less than this now. Because if you can have the whole, why you would like to have the part of it, no? Thank you, beloved. Very, very nice. This understanding of just sitting is very, very simple and most fundamental. Actually, it is the way of being free. It is to bring us to our true natural state of being. This true and natural to be understood. True because we don't get any better than how we are that time. Natural, there is such a relax, like complete freedom from effort, like ease, such a ease which we have never experienced anywhere. Like everything is absolutely allowed to be the way it is, and somehow there are no problems anywhere. Like this is what is you have opened your eyes. Opening your eyes is what is waking up actually, not changing anything anywhere. Not at first. No. I'm having this feeling that you have tasted like this. So that's why you are able to inspire me to share something. No, do you see? Like the inspiration comes from me. You can understand many things here. That let the thoughts come in you and let them go. You just don't do anything with them. And you will find many, many subtler thoughts also, deeper thoughts also here. I am the thinker of my thoughts is a deeper thought. And ultimately, at some point, I am an individual soul, even, is a thought. A very, 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 very subtle thought. Like the primary, the first thought in existence. And you will reside in the natural truth that I am, without any definitions. Knower of everything, experiencer of everything, but doesn't have its own definition. It cannot be defined. It is present everywhere. Like when you are thinking, you are present. When you are feeling, you are present. When you are walking, you are present. The same truth that you are is present. You know. But you cannot be defined. You cannot be confined into a form that, okay, I am the self in this way. No, I am the self in this way right now. And then I will be the self in different ways tomorrow, because you will have learned already deeper about yourself by that time. You know? Like somebody's very humbly I want to bring this example that somebody asked Nisargadatta Maharaj one time that he wrote this book I Am That, and which became very famous. Somebody asked that, okay, so can we talk about this now? I am that, like you said, I am that. Can you say how is it to you now, and so on, something like this. He said that was long time back. I have gone much far ahead of that now. He said like this. Do you see what I mean? Like fundamentally, if you can understand just two things, you have understood everything in this life. Two things are myself, yourself, true self, and state. Just two things. What is a state? Just understand this simple thing. What is a state? And for that, understand what you are also. And both work like a mirror for each other also. Everything is a state which can be experienced. The experiencer of a state is the truth that you are. What can be the problem about experiencing anything then? In fact, experiencing anything can work like a mirror now, no? Like everything being experienced is a meditation now, no? So a state of your body can be warm, cool, healthy, like very, very, very healthy. But it is noticed by you. That is it healthy or very healthy or very, very, very healthy? No, it is noticed by you. So it means you don't have a state of your own. Or if you have, it is so neutral in a way that it can measure that how is my body state right now. No? And a state of thoughts also. It's a state of feelings, emotions also. No? And as a whole also. When we move in the world as a whole, collectively, it is called our central state, no? From where we can feel, think, decide, make choices. So can I say like this, Ines? When you are living in the body, doing things, everything, you are the awareness or you are the consciousness of the body mind, no? And all the actions and everything. Meaning you are the knower or experiencer of all of it. You are the consciousness of everything of the body mind when you are living in the body. This is your open-eyed state. No? When your eyes are open, when the eyes of the self are open, this is the state. When your eyes are closed, meaning your same ability or consciousness is closed into yourself only. Then there is no word. There are no bodies. There are no realms of consciousnesses. There is no consciousness also. Then there is just you. This is what is known as emptiness, generally. Emptiness. You are in your perfect samadhi, no? Like that. And at some point, when this consciousness of what we call individual self has served the purpose, meaning you are directly able to know yourself now beyond the individual consciousness, it will be amazing to know this individual consciousness also, what it is actually. Just share something, because we may taste sometime, see something sometime. Thank you, beloved. One interesting thing we were talking. today also, that why I insist that let us be more undivided. No, why I say like this. Let me just share in another way. It may make more sense. No, we may try to freshly understand. No, this what we can call life. No, everything in life is made of life energy. Let's say, no, like one base energy. No, base energy is the nature of this base energy is changeless. No, the nature of the life energy is changeless. It is not changing. No, but its nature also is movement. Movement. It is moving, not changing, but moving. And when it is moving, it is producing forms. No, it is producing forms. So what we experience is a form created by the life energy. No, like that. And there is no division really here in a way. But somehow, when we are not aware of our own nature and we are not aware of truth, our own truth, as if we start dividing ourselves. Like the first division happens is primary. Just saying, like starting from anywhere, like this. That first division I feel happens between the experiencer and the experienced, or the perceiver and the perceived. This is the first division that takes place. That what is being perceived is separate from myself who is perceiving it. This is the first division that takes place. Now we have become the perceiver, or the central core experiencer of everything. And then more division and more division and more division like this. Like if you can connect to this, that when you say I am, what it is, what it means, what it is talking about, what it is pointing to, that is truth. That is what we are. But do you need to say I am for you to be yourself? You don't need to, no? So the moment we say I am, first division happened already in the being. Meaning now I am, and there is a source of I am also now. And this division is from the side of I am only, not from the side of the source. Source does not know any I am separate from itself. Only I am knows a source separate from itself. No? Do you see my point? So this is first division created and experienced by the being of life, which is originally and always undivided actually in nature. Then more divisions will take place, which will make the individual self more specific. No, like the individual self will become more and more specific now. So this is the journey of divisions through which life is experienced, or self experiences itself in variety. No? And there is a journey of coming to undividedness more and more now. And the problem that we are trying to solve, what is that problem? What exactly is that we are trying to solve in life? I mean, I'm not talking about practical life problem or personal life, social problems. I'm talking about spiritual. What is the spiritual problem that we are trying to solve? That the division is there and we don't want it to be there. Like we want to keep the body, we don't want to keep the thoughts, or we want to keep certain thoughts and we don't want to keep certain thoughts. Is it like this? Or feelings are okay, thoughts are not okay. Are these not reflections and manifestations of the division in the experiencer of them? And when those divisions are removed, the experiencer and the perceiver of them is so comfortable with all type of thoughts, all type of feelings, or thoughts, feelings categories also. Do you see what I mean? So sort of a restlessness, sort of an incompletion is present in the experiencer, not in what is being experienced. If at all, this is the only seems to be the only problem, like a sense of incompletion. Like something can be better than how it is right now. Like I can be maybe more relaxed than I am right now. Like that kind of feeling is there in the soul. What is divided from what? Ultimately, even the experiencer is not divided from the experience. If it is our joy, so there is a joy of experiencing divisions, making things more and more divided and more specific. No, this is not a thought, it's a feeling. No, this is not a negative thought, it is a positive thought. No, it is not a negative feeling, it's a positive feeling. Like, no, it's not a negative feeling, it's like a negative positive feeling. You know, not like negative. It's more like negative positive, like actually positive, but feeling like negative. We can divide it as much as we want. Detailing. But nothing has been divided in this effort. Only the experience of division. The self has not got divided in this experience. So, in this picture, within yourself right now, which part of yourself you take yourself to be? This is my question. You take yourself to be a state of energy, a feeling, a thought, or what? Or a observer also, maybe? A seer, maybe? Much better. Like what you are right now, within your body, mind, and everything. Who or what you are right now. In the simplicity, check and ask yourself and answer to yourself. One clue, you are going to be something central, right? You will be something central, like common, something central. This is a clue for you. Like you will be much more a knower of your thoughts than the thought itself. No? Meaning you who knows other thoughts and who is knowing the present thought. You are going to be this more than your previous thoughts and present thought, no? Something central, something common. Yes? Who are you right now? Very lovingly, joyfully, just sharing, humbly sharing with all of you. It's a very beautiful environment where we can discover who we are actually, not just discussing about it, no? And to respond to my question, that who are you, what you should do? You should think right now about my question. You should feel my question. You should see my question, or what? What power you should use? No? Like, are you thinking about my question? Are you feeling my question? Using your capacity of feeling to answer, to get the answer of this question, like who I am. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where you are missing it? Because you have forgotten your original power. Your original power is neither feeling, nor thinking, nor doing, your original power is being. Only one, being. And being wakes you up to the truth of who you are, naturally. Just sitting is nothing but being. It just wakes you up, meaning it wakes up your wisdom first towards everything. That when I'm thinking, actually, I'm kind of still not 100% involved. If we can think 100%, even thinking can become a way of wisdom. But it is not possible because that's not our original way of knowing things. Thinking is useful for the experience of division. No? When the being is living in the division, it is very useful. But when being is interested in discovering the oneness of itself, then thinking is not useful at all. Then shall I feel about it, about myself? Like, let me feel who I am. But even here there is division between capacity of feeling and what is being felt and who is feeling it. They are not one, like they are not 100% one. You know, what is that capacity where I am 100% one? Only that capacity can reveal the truth. No? That capacity is being, not feeling, not seeing, not thinking, not doing. No, that capacity is being, and that is what is just sitting, being. No? All that fundamental truth is revealed. The truth of oneness is revealed here. Truth of one truth is revealed. You know, the one truth is revealed here. Not the truth that we perceive as separate things and states and knower and the known, experiencer and the experienced. Not that truth is at the level of consciousness. And that correction will take place also. From this perspective, the individual consciousness is what is called the mind, like a mind. So at that mind level, corrections will take place. Understandings will happen. Okay, what is this? What is that? No? This fundamental truth, however, is revealed in the state of being. This is a state of being I can very safely call samadhi. Samadhi also, samadhi. This is our samadhi, state of being, just being. Truth is revealed. One truth is revealed here. Or it is revealed that truth is one. Or it is revealed that all is one. No, all is one is revealed here. Or I am one. Not that I am the one. No. No, all is one. So this relax, which is alive, where we are not sleeping, is that a state of meditation? No? Relaxed awareness, you can say, no? Relaxed awareness is the state of meditation. Just sitting, not doing anything. When consciousness is relaxed, it is not really looking for something or noticing anything also. It is not noticing that thoughts are there or feelings are there or body is there or sensations are there. No, none of it. It is not noticing anything. It is maybe noticing that I am not noticing anything. You know. Very, very good. Anybody else? Please talk if you feel. Joy, you want to talk?
Yes, Namaste Ji.
Namaste.
Would like to share the joy with you. After the guiding is so much deep joy inside that even smile is not enough to express. And
Yeah.
so much spacious inside.
uh, what we experienced, no? It's like breaking down back to who we are, no? Like breaking or melting back to who we are. No? And what in what we have been living is like a crystallization of our own self in different forms, so that we know ourselves as this and that and different. This is different. This is separate from this and that. You know that this attempt or this guiding was like everything melts back to one. This what we experienced is neither deeper nor shallow, neither in nor out. It is neither perceiver nor perceived. This is one truth. No? As what we know ourselves is more of a thought construct, no, in the system. As that we cannot really get it, we cannot hold on to it, we cannot try to understand it also. But as that we can appreciate it. That, wow, that's amazing. Let me go for it. Meaning, let me relax in it. No, as much as we can. And here, if you see how much you can relax in this oneness of your own being, as much as you want to. There is no clash here that you should be able to stay here all the time. Why you should be? You do exactly what you want to do. And because you will be able to do only what you want to do, you being the being of life. No? There is no individual anywhere. You will do exactly what you want to do. You will stay in this oneness as much as you want to stay. And then you will isolate yourself, like crystallize yourself back to the individual soul, individual self, like a pure individual self or individual person. No? And it will be perfect. No? Because the inspiration comes from you only. It cannot come from anywhere for this. Satsang is an environment where when your inspiration is to come back to your true state, true seeing, true knowing, it somehow facilitates. Our togetherness has that support and that power, no? Effect. That's why in satsang, remaining egoic will be difficult. Egoic means like isolated self. Relaxing in the one being will be simpler and much more supported somehow, like this. That's why in satsang, trying to think or trying to understand things and take home is difficult unless we have come to the central understanding or wisdom of the one consciousness, within ourselves. Because it is difficult to stay as an individual thinker, as what we live mostly in life, no? And that's why we are not able to grasp things so much from here, that time. No? Thank you, beloved. Very nice talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is how awakening tastes actually, what we are tasting now, right now, no? This is how awakening, this is the taste of awakening. It is not a taste of spiritual growth or any attainment. No? It is not an attainment. It is not losing anything also. Very, very, very beautiful, beloveds. All of you. Thank you for being here, no? Knowing myself, knowing this secret of life within myself is already so amazing. Like so amazing in the sense that like one cannot handle the joy of it for rest of your life. Like you're just going to be more and more happy and excited every day. Can you imagine my joy when I'm seeing all of you also knowing now within yourself? Like, can you imagine my joy? How joyful, how deeply joyful I am right now. You know, because you are not really imagination, beloved. Your body is actually there. All of the things which are in your body are actually there, but they are not what you think they are. That's the only difference. Only you're missing the knowledge part. You are taking your beliefs to be your knowledge, no? But I'm able to see that you are that being, no? You are this same being, no? Has been enjoying living as an individual soul, then individual person, and now kind of tasting your own oneness. And this is a magical part of oneness. That oneness is not my oneness or your oneness. One being is not my one being and your one being. My, one truth is not my one truth or your one truth. It is just one truth. Anybody who has courage or anybody who has thirst to open up to this one truth is invited here right now. Because one truth is being lived, one truth is living this one truth right now here. You are invited. And no technique, of course. What technique can be used for it? Only interest, no? That's why I used to ask, even sometime I asked that, what do you want today? Meaning, what do you want right now from this meeting? If you want isolation, then there are possibilities of a better life while we are interested in isolation or separation from our own being. Much better life, like more clear, more conscious life can be lived, more central, more stable life can be lived. But if you want something else, meaning you want to return to taste your own being, which is undivided, then the method will be different, no? So this clarity is necessary in all the beings, that what do I want right now? No? Like I want to go in or want to go out. Not that we can go in, I want to go out or I want to relax. Relax means what? Anna was talking the other day that, hey, relax. I have deep feeling to relax only. Relax means like I don't feel like going out anymore. I don't feel like maintaining the divisions anymore. I don't feel like maintaining the falsity anymore. Maintaining means, the being that you are naturally, effortlessly will only know one thing, that I am one. And there is nothing else anywhere. If we are knowing anything, it is through the effort that we are maintaining the duality, no? We, the being, one being is maintaining the duality through effort. Recognize that effort, and as you feel relaxed, I don't want to make that effort today. Relax, no? The body will not disappear, all the course will not disappear. This is the magical field of time. Things survive here. There is something called age. Your body will live its age, even if you don't maintain it right now. But you can know the truth. No? So this relaxing is so vital and is so it is a very enabling process for the being who want to live its joy, its truth now. And it is like a hell for someone who is trying to make their life better through isolation, through the division. No, it is like hell. Like, what are you talking about? How can I just sit and do nothing? You know. So that's why I ask, what do you want right now from this meeting? No? The ways are different. No? Thank you, beloved. Thank you. But I hope I have said this enough times that every one of us is this being of life. Every one of us, right now and always. That is not that is non-negotiable. That is not uh, that cannot be negotiated. That is not the option given to any one of us. Who we are is not an option. As what we live is the only option. And when I say as what we live, don't let us not think in terms of criticism that, oh, I'm not living as myself yet. No, you live as what you want to live. Just live as that consciously. Consciously know that there is nobody else doing anything except you. You know. So this is also one interesting thing discussed, that what is the benefit of being conscious? No, you were joking, I think, today morning. No? That once you become conscious, you cannot blame anybody anymore. And it just makes no sense to blame yourself every day. So the blaming and the suffering, the unhappiness will fall away from life. Now actual change will take place now. If anything, you feel really like a shoe biting every day and still using it for a long time. Now aware that no, it is kind of going to take long time and more effort for me to buy the new shoe. So I would like to live with it. You will be a happy being living in pain of a shoe which is biting, no? Or no, let us change the shoe. Again, happy being, no? Being conscious does not really amount to being aware of who we are. Generally, being conscious does not lead to awakening also. Something else does. That something else is being, not being conscious. Being. No? Just sitting. I hope that what is being shared today is useful for all of you. Please talk. If not, if you feel not clear, thank you, thank you. If not, then please, if you cannot connect, please talk to me. Like, what do you want today? No?
This is maybe a clarification and then exploring. Effort. The topic is effort, and it came up in everything we talked so far, I feel, and can it be said that resonance is equal to zero effort, and resistance is equal to 100% effort? In the way that when we usually talk, like in normal life, effort means doing. I've put effort in making this lunch, for example. But I feel there is a difference. In a way, if there is no if there is resonance to making lunch, meaning I feel inspired, inspiration we talked about, to make this lunch and everything, then I don't feel an effort. Still, at the end of the day, there is lunch. But if I don't want to make this lunch, then there is a lot of, again, the lunch will be there at one point, but I feel exhausted maybe, and I feel like very, effort very much. So this is the clarification.
How amazing actually, what you are saying is so amazing and true. No? It's such a evolved definition of effort. Effort is nothing but resistance actually to the existential wisdom and flow. But there are some effort which I found in the spirituality, which we cannot call normal effort in a way. They are like a special effort, like observing, stopping and seeing, contemplating. No, it's like a special effort to notice that where I'm going wrong maybe. Like, is this effort required right now, for example? Is a effort actually in a way? But it's a kind of a special effort. Observing is not a actually normal effort in a way, but in one sense it is. But fundamentally, observing is basically stopping. Like you stop resisting, first of all. If you want to observe, then you have to stop. Stop means stop resisting. Because in the name of doing, we are only resisting, generally speaking. Because a river is flowing. We don't have to do something like this with our hands for the river to speed up a little bit more, no? Or can we make the river faster by doing like this? Like, using that, I don't know what we call this, like, which we use with the pedal, using the pedal, and believing that I'm speeding up the river. No, it's just moving the boat. No? That too because of the support of the river. But it's amazing what you said. So here I want to bring something, and then maybe we can bring, like, it can come together nicely, that we are always going to go somewhere. Like the life is always going somewhere. Life means life energy, or what we call our self or consciousness, is going somewhere in this body. Either it is going out like a flow, or it is going in again like a flow. Going in means like going deeper in a way, like knowing more deeply and more clearly who or what I am, or going out like experiencing and knowing life and myself and everything, like this. So there's a flow. The flow is the key of life. What we know as aliveness, what we know as aliveness is something magical. I want to offer to all of you and share with you and live with you. How life is alive. Things are alive, isn't it? It is through the movement. It is through the flow. Whose flow? It is the flow of the self. When the self is flowing, it produces aliveness. The more it flows, the more aliveness. Generally speaking. So either it is flowing out, what we are, or flowing in. Flowing out means into the duality or divisions, or flowing in means into the unity or oneness of being. But in both the cases, life is heaven. It's just pure heaven. Like there is just no struggle at all anywhere, And there are beings in our group even that they just don't know anything like suffering in life, because they are continuously flowing either out or in. But we all are not like this, or at least we were not like this before. We had struggles. What was that struggle? The being that we are got stuck, neither going out nor going in. And even when we got stuck, there was a lot of aliveness there still. So we survived. Like our body was, let's say, not so healthy. I mean, just an example, very vague example, was not so healthy, but when we were in our young age, we did not notice it. But now when that young age energy wears off, then we notice, oh, my body has problem. So when we are stuck, not going out, not going in. That aliveness reduces more and more. We start feeling dead more and more. So this being stuck is the only bondage actually. Doesn't matter where you flow, out or in. Doesn't matter where you flow, out or in, you are the same being. You will flow where you want to flow. If you want to experience, you will flow out. If you want to remain or taste yourself only, your purity, then you will just flow in. No? Both are going to be a joyful and mostly what we can call in this context effortless. Because you need only inspiration, not effort. You, the being, only needs inspiration, not the effort. Out of inspiration, that force is produced, which creates that flow and change, that brings that change, no? Like this. So our misunderstandings about everything, and in the root misunderstanding about ourselves, is posing as a contracted energy, like a bundle of energy, which has consciousness, which, like energy, understandings, memory of the many lives and everything together, like conditioning, is working like a resistance for everything, for our own desire also. When we resist, not that we resist to other people's desires, we resist to our own desire also. Like we want to know who we are, and we will now resist also. We want to live a beautiful life, and we will resist also now. So this resistance is absolutely useless, but it has to be noticed that it is useless. No? It is absolutely useless. This is what I think we call laziness. There is a laziness inside us. Our body may feel lazy sometime. Like you have done so much work in your life physically, and this week and this day even, that you feel like, I kind of don't want to do anything, just sit and let my body be really, really very, very lazy, like just not doing anything or not doing, like, without any categories. Or mind also, you have done so much work through the mind that today you feel like, so it is a possibility, but it is more relaxed. It is not laziness. Laziness is that environment where energy, misunderstandings of the ego, or that knot. Ego is like a knot in the self, where those energies and those misunderstandings are living. That's why laziness cannot be found in the being in whom the ego is not there anymore. Like there is no stand there. Like ego is like a dark corner in the being, in between somewhere, where nothing lives. Like it is like an absence of everything. Neither the beauty and the joy of the duality, nor the beauty and the truth of the non-dual nature, the experiencer. No. This is what is being stuck. The ghost state. This is the ghost state. Ego is the ghost state, in which the self gets identified with. Self cannot get stuck in anything, because self is the space in which this is happening. We are not stuck in ego. Ego is happening in us, but we are identified with that ego, that portion of ourself, and we are taking that as ourself only, and we are listening everything of it, that as my own thoughts, opinion, and decisions. No? I feel this meditation is not good for me, or I feel, oh, this is very good for me. Who is saying this? No. So I'm so amazed by what you said. This is truly a very beautiful example of resistance to resonance. Resistance being the effort that we are trying to make out of ignorance. Resistance means the effort being made out of ignorance. And in the knowing of things, effort is not made. Flow happens. We flow in the right way. We just stop flowing in the wrong way. That's all. No? It's a very deep fundamental understanding that happens in the being, that in our group we have some beings, no? Who are not deciding so much, who are just letting life happen, no? But even to those of you, I'm saying right now, I hope you are listening, that even then there must be something in you which can be cleared up, that you can flow more, you can become one more with the with the truth and with the being of life. The flow of life and the being of life, both are one actually. They are two aspects of the one same thing. Like your flow of life and yourself are two aspects of the same thing. You will continue enjoying your flow of life as long as you like the variety of experiences. But when you will feel like ultimately it is the same thing. It is just testing myself in every experience, every test. And it will not make any sense to you any longer, then you will not go out of yourself anymore. No? So there is no obstacle really anywhere except the ignorance, except the not knowing things as they are. Live in the light more, bring in the light more.
I feel it's such good news that this obstacle is inside me and not outside, in the sense of I have to change somebody or so meaning it's totally in my hand. Like there is no external force who can stop me. Like it's just me.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as we become enough conscious, we start noticing this, no? Then the job of the effort or sadhana has served its purpose, no? Like that sadhana or job, sadhana and effort has served its purpose. The spiritual effort. The spiritual effort is not a normal effort. It's a very different, a special effort, I would say. Or maybe it is not effort, let's say. It is a good news, really. Until then, we keep believing that there is somebody else who is giving me trouble unless they change, or some situations or something, unless that changes. We keep waiting that unless that changes, I cannot start living life. What is living life? Opening your heart. Opening your heart means it's like a door through which you, the being, comes out and experiences that variety and the multiplicity of life. No? And through that same door, you go into your undivided truth, no? Where you rest. No? In the deep sleep, we rest there. In our samadhi also, we rest there, no? In the oneness of our being. And in that oneness of being, it's not like there is a consciousness and oneness of being, or being and consciousness. No, it's all just one thing. It is absolute silence. Absolute silence. Listen, try to listen, please. More like absolute emptiness. If there is such a term possible. Kabir says like this, that Sai ki nagri param ati sundar. Like it's a beautiful, most beautiful city which is the city of my beloved. Nobody comes here, nobody goes. Neither there is a wind, nor moon, nor sun, nothing is here. Who is going to bring out that news, that what is this place? Who will bring out that thing? What exactly is this place? No? Satsang is where that news, that knowledge is brought out a little bit sometime in the form of what I call song of the heart. When you feel like enjoying the truth a little bit like this. And that thing, where is that thing? That emptiness, where is that emptiness right now? Depends on where you are looking at right now. If you are looking out, we are in the middle of the duality or manifested and unmanifested. We are in the middle of the manifested, the time-bound and the timeless. If you are looking out, then that emptiness is behind you. Right behind you is that emptiness, that absolute truth. And if we are in this emptiness, then there is no manifestation. There is no manifestation. Manifestation has not happened yet here. And slowly we will understand what is actually manifestation. Where it lives, where this manifested world lives. But we should directly know it. Very, very nice. Thank you, beloved. Yeah. Anybody else also? You can talk if you feel. Anna, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste, beloved.
Maybe I can talk very fresh about this effort and doing things from effort or from spaciousness and from peace. And because I had a busy week, but I was doing everything from this space, and much more can get accomplished. Like I did physically much more because I was rested, and I can see how there is like poisons flushing out, like different things that I have gathered, but that is not a problem. And yes, and the relationships are way more beautiful and peaceful, and my daughter opened very, very much towards me.
Actually, it's kind of amazing that these things I also noticed happen. That as we have more spaciousness inside us, some people who are connected to us in a way, they also get that information or news in some way. They are able to feel that maybe. No? Yeah. Amazing it is. No? But very interesting thing I remember right now, Anna, that in Osho Ashram, there is something called work as meditation, where we do the work, but as meditation. So during that, there's a training given for this, like a small 1, 2, 3, 4 days course, in which first thing that is taught is doing things from the relax of our being. And we are invited to observe more and more that doing things from the effortful way or the effortless way, which one is better. And slowly our wisdom becomes clean, our mind becomes clear that, through this effortless way I achieve much more. Then that misunderstanding falls away. Work continues, doings continue, but more from the relaxed state of being. Like as you said very correctly, we accomplish much more actually. And we get tired also very less. And that's why in the Osho ashram that time, like as per Osho's understanding, it was said that there is no holiday from this work, because it is not work. Anything which produces tiredness, we need break from that. But this is not producing tiredness, it is producing completion. It is producing more completion. You are feeling more fulfilled and completed and undivided. Why you need break from joy? It was a joy of doing, not a job of doing things. So very, very good what you said. I can very much understand this. Because what we call state is like either the state of doing, effortfully, crazy doing, or just not doing it, just sitting and not doing it, just sitting and not doing it, just sitting. That also becomes stagnant, like it becomes dull. No. Neither not doing nor doing, something like a hybrid of both. And you will be surprised that this doing that is happening through you, you will notice that is facilitating and helping you so much in draining out that what you call poison or something accumulated. Like it is working like a way of moving your body and shaking and like stretching, so that those things which were frozen can just drain out of you. Just sitting all the time not doing anything is not really going to be the the only thing that we will do. We will do many things on the path, but all connected and in service to our being. No? It's very good what you understand. Very, very good. This flow of doing things from you is like pure energy. It can clean everything really. It can remove all the old. Old means like, whatever is the old, whatever way we feel the old, whether it is the old smell, bad smell, or the old energy like dullness or anything, all of this just will not be there. In some bodies, even it feels like sickness. That just gone. Pure health is felt, pure health. Multidimensional health at every level. Because health is nothing but fundamentally nothing but aliveness, which is coming out of you as the flow of doing. It is going to make everything alive, or it is going to remove also whatever is dead. Meaning that which is already dead, like fully dead, or going to die very soon, thrown out, and there's something else created in place of that. A new version of the same thing. Which fits so well in your as a whole system, but it doesn't fit with your previous old self at all. That's why holding on to the old self is a very, very bad idea here. Holding on to yourself, however, is a perfect way. Because everything is going to connect to yourself only now in this flow. And the old way of being is going to just struggle and going to feel confusions and so on. There was a message, old, very ancient message, given to the students who used to come to the teacher, that they would ask questions and like this. So please tell me this question and that question, and the teacher will answer the questions. There will be some very sincere student. They will say that I don't want to really ask a question. I want to ask your advice. What should I do? Should I ask question? Should I meditate or something? And sometime to such a student, the teacher will say, just keep quiet. What it means? You keep quiet as long as you have a tongue to speak anything. Then you will not be there anymore as a separate individual. And you will know yourself as the one being. Then ask question, do this, do that, do anything and everything. But until you are there as the false self, keep quiet. Just do nothing else. And they will receive it like, okay. Meaning, continue sitting in satsang, in that gathering, so that you melt as the separate self into the true self that you are, which is nothing but consciousness from the mind coming to the heart, energy from the belly rising to the heart. As simple as this. And then just one thing left. Now there is no heart, belly, or the mind, or consciousness and self anymore. All of it is just one thing. So it was an amazing advice, I feel, no? I mean, in our limited, I say like this, that in my limited capacity, what I could understood, I just shared that with all of you. More and more deeply, we will understand these things every day. You all are beings, no? You all will understand also more and more deeply like this. No? Because this false self is what feels confused. I don't know what to do. Just sit and do nothing. I'm not able to do just sit and do nothing. Then do this contemplation. I don't feel fully into it. I kind of feel distracted. Okay. So after telling all the things, maybe finally the teacher must have said that just keep quiet. but continue coming to satsang. Or what I call just sitting. It is the same thing. For anyone who can understand the value of it, just sit in satsang and do nothing else. And desires, thoughts and feelings don't disappear through just sitting. The desirer disappears into the truth. There is no one left there to attend those desires anymore. There is no one left there to attend those feelings or thoughts anymore. The joyful being is present, observing, like your first day on earth. Things are kind of happening more. I will let them happen rather than trying to interfere when I don't really know fully what is going on here. No? You, the being now, when in your awakened state, living in the truth of not knowing. Before, when we were living in the ego state, we were living in the belief of knowledge, or dream of knowledge rather. Now you are living in the truth of not knowing. Like, I don't know really what is going on here. I am, body is, mind is, thoughts are, feelings are, life is, activity is happening. I don't think I have figured it out, all of it. Not yet. I will one day figure out everything, but not yet. No? You are living in the truth, true knowing. This is true knowing. I'm just sharing, beloved, in case it can help you in some way, or somebody else. No? Thank you, thank you. Anybody else can talk? We still have few minutes left.
Namaste ji. Just I want to bring myself in front of you. I just feeling to, like, sometimes I feel like I'm flowing and sometimes I feel like stuck somewhere. So then I start effort, then it's more hell. So that more hell when I start effort. So then I feel like more hell.
But so far, this is a very good understanding so far where you have reached, you know, that you are able to sense now clearly the joy and the beauty of effortlessness and the hell that comes with the effort, isn't it? So this much is clear to you or no? And you seem to be in the favor of effortlessness now. Otherwise, you would not call effort hell, no? Right? Or wrong?
Yeah, yes, that's true.
Yeah. So let the hell or the effort part be there. Don't be so concerned about it. Look at it like a mirror. Don't look at it like a door. So don't enter into it. Just look at it from a distance only, for a reference, to know what is the opposite of it, not to know what is it. Try to know more what is the opposite of it, the effortless version. Invest your energy and wisdom in that more now, isn't it? And I think I have very clearly asked you already that you are interested in that version now. Invest more in the effortless version. Understand more deeply and clearly what is this effortless version where I feel so joyful and what exactly happened. Like, bring yourself here, stay here more. Not in a special state, but in a very ordinary state of your being when you are effortless. Be very ordinary and simple, so that your wisdom can see clearly what it is. No? This is what it means to be present, basically. Be present when you are effortless, not lost in some state. No? then your wisdom will register these things very clearly that, okay, this is what is going on. And that will work as a help for you, as a protection for you, so that you will not fall in the other version. Because this, in this case, is your more awake state than the other version, no? So you will not go out of your awake state into a dream or sleep state if you notice more clearly what is your awake state, no? Isn't it?
And I just noticed today in like how thought and feeling keep like prisoner to make it us, and not even I'm seeing this like I'm like पूरी तरह से गुलाम बने हुए हैं शब्दों के और still not easy to coming out of this. So that gives me like
You're able to
more
notice
pain too.
But what you are saying is that how much we are slave of words and thoughts and feelings, and how difficult it is to get out of them. Feeling this, finding it so painful to be slave of it, and still not able to get out of it so easily. No? I mean, this much awareness or wisdom is very good wisdom, no? That wisdom which has brought you here will take you out of it also. Try to sense more what works for you in this direction. Don't spend your energy in crying now. You don't have time to cry anymore. Crying means simply wasting time in this case, no? You don't have time to waste anymore, no? Feeling unhappy, oh my God, I'm so lost, I'm so caught up. How it is possible? You know, this is all wasting time now, no? For you. You don't have time to waste anymore now. No? So invest all your energy and time in the direction of clearly understanding and seeing what works for me. What helps you recognize. Keep in touch with that more and more. Take help from that in whatever way you can. No? Yeah. Because power of mind, power of thoughts, power of the identification with it is a known fact. It's just not about you. It is true. But be more wise now. Be more stable now. Have you decided clearly in favor of living in your true state now? There you can invest a lot. Sit with yourself and refine this desire so much that it becomes 100% pure and nothing else left in you. Like in no hesitation or division left in this desire anymore inside you. You know, like absolute clarity about in this desire that, yeah, I have no attraction or interest for going in that model anymore. And you know what? You have transcended ego or mind like this. So the mind or ego is not something which is holding us in the direct way, the way we experience it. No? It is holding us in the sense that we have interest for it and we are not aware of that interest which is present inside us. Make this desire as pure as you can. Pure not in the sense of trying to remove anything, pure in the sense of keeping it in the awareness of your being. That do I want to live in this model now of freedom, effortlessness? And obviously you will feel yes. How much of you want to live in this? This how much of you part is what is going to highlight that as if part of yourself unknowingly is still interested in the mind. And that when removed, you have transcended mind actually. No mind can move you anywhere. You just nicely relaxed, sitting just relaxed. What mind? You will say, what mind you are talking about, Rajee? Thoughts, feelings are there, but They just cannot pull me anymore because I have removed the glue from myself. Like as if thoughts and feelings are like a magnet, and there was some particles of iron in you, no, metal in you, and you have thrown that out now. Now you are flesh, made of flesh, not metal. The magnet comes close to you, nothing happens. No? You know what I mean? Now you will know the magnet as the magnet also. You will not be afraid of thoughts and feelings anymore. You know what I mean? I hope you understand what I'm saying. Because thoughts and feelings are very flat. They don't have anything in them. Meaning they have exactly what they have. They are made of exactly what they are made of. They are not especially made for you that, okay, let's trouble Prachi now. You know? Like Lord is not extra sharing extra love today to you. No? You know what I mean? So in this way there is no thought and feelings or anything anywhere. It may sound very simple or silly example, but there was a girl who told her father that the boy of the neighbor, he keep looking at me, staring at me, and keep making faces and gestures like this. Please ask him to not do like this. He said, okay. From where he make these faces and all? From the roof. Then you don't go to the roof. She says, no. From within my bedroom, he does like this. The father said, but in the bedroom we don't have any windows. How can he make faces from his house? She said, not like this. Come with me. Bring out the big table first. They brought the big table first. Then put a small table on it. Then climb. Then there's a ventilator. If you look through this, then he makes faces. You know. Just don't do this much. You know. We are making so much effort in trying to remain in contact with the mind and thoughts and feelings, and then we are saying that I want to be free from them. Just stop making those efforts. You know. So like this, it will become clear to us that we are making effort to remain in relationship with the thoughts and feelings. And as we will stop making those efforts, by clear knowing that I am not interested in them anymore. You know? So I hope it makes sense or no? Is this clear to you?
It just makes sense, and sometimes like effort to remove and like, no, I don't want this, like, so that also like some
Understand, I can understand.
So both way, like,
Yeah. Actually, one thing I noticed about this, what you were saying, that feeling frustrated or like tired, or I just want to remove like this. I don't think it makes any difference whether you are frustrated, tired, or anything. What makes a difference is that the effort that you are making is coming from what desire. Like what desire they are serving. That is the only thing that makes a difference. Not our state, that I have to be in my peaceful state only, then only, I can be free from my thoughts. No, what desire they are serving, who they are serving is more important really. That's why I said that if you become clear in your desire, then even if frustrated or not feeling so stable or happy, joyful today, you will be able to see and become free also. I noticed like this. Although the more peaceful and silent state of our being is more powerful in this direction, or more effective in doing this work of being free. No? You know what I mean? So what thought we are talking about, which you want to be free from? Like how many? What type of?
This is more funny because thought is I don't want thought.
Yeah.
That's the thought.
Yeah.
So this thought I want to remove it.
Yeah. Good that you saw it. Thank God. So be free from this thought that I want to be free from thoughts. If you want to be free from, because this one thought will bring in all its, family. No? Because thoughts don't know that you don't want thoughts when you are thinking that I don't want any thoughts. It's a message for the thoughts that you want to use thoughts right now. No? How amazing it is, and a little funny also. No? Like there was one guy who used to use the word perhaps every day, a lot, every day, whole day. Like somebody asked that why you say perhaps, like are you go home from here? Perhaps, meaning shayad, no shayad. Perhaps, maybe I think better, maybe. Are you going to eat food now? Maybe I'm going to eat food, like this. One guy said that why you are using like this is a strange thing. Like you don't feel connected so much when I don't feel connected when you say these kind of things. No, I don't feel like we are really conversing. So why don't you leave this habit? He said, yeah, maybe one day I will leave. Like this. No? Maybe I will leave this habit of saying maybe one day. No? And here, what I'm trying to emphasize is that how much of you want what you want right now. That percentage is the possibility of success today. If 50-50, like 50% of you want to succeed in being free from thoughts, it means 50% of you in support of it. No? Just for fun, we are looking at it like a numbers. Then you will be in like a flip-flop. Sometime you will succeed, sometime the other party will succeed. No. It's so funny. Because there's no other party actually. This is why I was laughing. There's no other party, no? But my mind is so powerful. Oh my God. Like we wear the gloves, no? Gloves for children we have, not for children, but they are like toys or like, something like this. The gloves which have face like this. So the parents, they wear the gloves and they, move this like this in front of the child and they feel very excited like this. In fact, child also knows, child is much more innocent and wise that at that age, they also know it's just a gloves. So they are afraid in a way, but they are so much into the game that they really feel that fear in a way. But what if the parent also get into the play too much? You know what I mean? Then we will forget. That's what has happened to us. That's why stop. Don't do anything. Meaning, can I not move? No, don't move. Don't move the hand. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. And naturally we will be able to see what is going on. The truth is revealed naturally as we stop and do not do anything. So shall I keep the truth now, which I have known now? No, don't do anything about it also. If we want ultimate truth, if we want to end up with the impression of truth, like what we call glimpse of truth, I have known the truth. If we want like this, then yes, maintain it now. Well, but if we want the ultimate truth, like forever, if we want to live as truth now, then don't even maintain the knowledge of truth, experience of truth even. It will be known by us naturally. It's not like a standard message for everybody, but everybody has to feel. Like happiness, what we call happiness or joy, is like an indicator which tells us that we are doing now what we want to do, or we are being the way we want to be now. That is the indicator, no? Joy. So when we will be joyful, yeah, okay, then everything is fine, no? Like this. Like a sense of completion is there with life and everything. Sense of ease and flow with everything is very, very much there. Like a struggle is not there, really. Thank you. Very, very nice talking to you. As you are able to see yourself, no, this is the key. When we are able to see, when we want to see, that time we are able to see. No? That's why it is much more, to me, it makes much more sense to do contemplation and meditation. Not asking questions and things like this in satsang so much. That what is this and what is that. No, what you want to do here, or what we want to achieve in life in the direction of spiritual awakening. No? You know what I mean? Like this. That's why sitting in ourselves and what exactly I want. If I ask all of you right now, what do you want right now? It can be such a powerful, like a shocking discovery for us. So many thoughts and feelings will come inside us. Is this what you want? Is this your thought? Truly means like really that. And we will be surprised that nothing that comes as a desire inside us is what we want. So we have not even come to truly what really we want, which is what is a longing in the heart. No, a longing in the heart, which is directly connected to the source. And that coolness, that coolness and the truth of the source is still present in that longing in your heart. That fragrance of truth is present here. Look how we feel sometimes when we go to a place of peace and worship or something like temple or something. How calm we feel. That kind of calmness is there in this desire already, in this longing already in our heart. The presence of God is here actually already. But it is not like a detailing this or that. It is more like a sense of aliveness, sense of existence, with a sense of like wanting to live or expand or like this. This way it is said that we are like a seed of consciousness, or we are like a seed of life, seed of truth. No? And we are going to flower. It's just that we have to stop resisting to the environment which is enabling us to flower now. No? Through understanding, of course, not through blind belief or anything. No? Because through believing we have come here, the way we are confused. Now by believing we cannot become clear. No? Like this. Thank you. Very, very nice. Very, very nice to be with all of you, beloveds. It is a day of awakening for all of us today, here in these Saturday meetings. Because awakening is not really a form of attainment as we think about it. This is awakening. When we open our eyes. Beyond our beliefs, beyond our desires, beyond our goals. No. When we put aside all our goals and journeys and beliefs and attainments, and we just stop and think, see, feel. This is awakening, actually. Until then, we are living even in the dream of awakening. That I'm trying to wake up, I'm going to wake up, I'm waking up, and I'm maintaining my awakening. We are living in that dream even, no? And I feel very happy to be with all of you, beloved. Because it was not easy, really. It is not easy to connect to such sharings which happened today. Very, very nice. I think it's very good time that we end now this meeting. I just felt very, very, very happy with all of you, and as a whole, it was an amazing, amazing, amazing meeting. Thank you, beloveds, for joining today. Thank you.